Hello, so today we are cooking a fish curry. This particular fish that we're cooking is a Bangladeshi traditional fish called roe. So as you can see here, what I've done is I've scaled and cut the fish into small pieces, and then I've shallow fried it in this pan here. And here I am preparing the base, which consists of some vegetable oil, some onion, and also there's garlic in there, which is being cooked all together. There will be other spices going in, but this is the beginning of the preparation of this fish curry. This is going to be a very traditional dish. It's going to have a So as you can see, this onion and garlic has been cooking for approximately 10 minutes, and now it's ready for the spices to be mixed in. So we are going to add some spices. We are going to add 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of chili powder. That's according to your taste. If you don't like it too spicy, don't add the chili powder. That's 1 teaspoon of coriander powder and 1 teaspoon of curry powder. So that's all the spices that's going in. We're going to give it a little mix. So that's been mixed well. We're going to add some salt to taste. So according to your taste, that's there's about a tablespoon of salt there, and a little bit of water, just to allow all the spices to mix and cook well. Bit more water. There we are. Give it a little stir and allow that to cook for a few minutes. So as you can see, the mixture is looking really nice and consistent. We added the water in there to prevent the spices from burning, because if it's too dry, what happens is the spices start burning, and then that ruins the taste of the curry. So to prevent the spices from burning, you can add a little bit of water to give it a nice consistency. Let's have a look at what the curry is looking like now at the moment. Right, okay, so that looks like it's ready. The spices are all cooked, the oils come right to the top. So what we're going to do now is we are going to add some potatoes into this. Okay, there we go, that's the potatoes going in there. Give it a little mix and allow that to cook for a few minutes. Have a look at what the curry is looking like. So you can see the potatoes been cooking in there for about 5 minutes. We are ready to add the cauliflower in there now. So in goes the cauliflower. So you can see there's quite a few different types of vegetables that are going in. These vegetables give the fish curry a really nice texture, really nice taste, and adds flavour to the curry. We'll stir all that together, get all the spices in there. That's approximately half a large cauliflower in there. Okay, so we'll let that cook for a few minutes as well. Leave that to cook. I'm going to add about a cup of water in there to allow the cauliflower and the potato to cook well, and also to prevent the spice and the gravy drying up. So it adds to the gravy and allows the vegetables to cook evenly. Okay, so the cauliflower has been cooking for about 5 minutes now. So that's been a total of 10 minutes. 5 minutes for the potatoes, and then another 5 minutes for the cauliflower. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add some large vine tomatoes, approximately 4 large vine tomatoes. Look at those juicy tomatoes. This is what's going to give it a really nice tangy flavour. I do like my vine tomatoes, so I'm very particular with the types of tomatoes that I use, and I find that the vine tomatoes are one of the best, especially when you're cooking curries or making salads. They've got a lovely flavour, and they just cook really, really well. Especially with fish curries, if you want to give it a nice tangy kick, then add some vine tomatoes in there. That's looking amazing. So we're going to allow that to cook for another few minutes in the gravy and spices. So it's been approximately another 5 minutes. You can see this is cooking really nice and well. The vegetables have softened. What we're going to do now is we're going to add the fish which we fried earlier on. We shallow fried the fish. This is the fish we're adding. This is a traditional continental Bangladeshi fish called roe. However, it doesn't have, this curry does not have to be cooked with this particular fish. You can cook it with any sort of fish you like. I like this fish, so I'm cooking it with this one. But you can cook it with any sort of filleted fish. You can cook it with cod. Anything really goes nice with this. It's the flavors that we put in there that will make the curry. So if you can't get your hands on this fish, try it with another type of fish. Give it a nice mix and allow that to simmer and cook for another few minutes. Right, as you can see, the gravy has dried up a little bit, so what we are going to do now is we are going to add approximately 2 large glasses of water into the curry. This will allow the vegetables to cook and also prevent the fish from breaking apart. It'll be easier to stir the curry around as well and just prevent the fish from breaking apart. One of the reasons why we shallow fried the fish earlier on is to prevent it from breaking apart. And now we've added some water, so this will allow the curry to cook nicely, but at the same time it will prevent the fish from breaking, and the vegetables will cook nicely in there. That looks like a lovely stew, a fish stew, doesn't it? Wow. Okay, so we're going to give this a few more minutes, allow it to cook, and then we'll take it from there. What we've got here is we've got some coriander chopped up, and we've also got some chilies sliced in half. We are going to garnish the fish curry finally with all of this. Now if you like it nice and spicy like me, then what you can do is you can slice the chilies up and then add them into your curry, so the seeds go into the curry, and the seeds are what makes your curry spicy. So as you can see, I'm going to add quite a lot of chilies there. If you don't like it too spicy, then I would suggest that you don't use the chilies, or you might want to put the chilies in whole and not slice them up. That will prevent the curry from becoming too spicy. I like it spicy, so I'm going to add all of this to garnish the curry at the end. It's been cooking for about 5 minutes now. It's come to the boil. What we're going to do now is garnish it with the coriander and the chilies that I showed you earlier. So all that's going in. Which will give it a beautiful, delicious flavour. Just be careful not to stir the curry too much, because what you don't want to do is break the fish apart. You want the fish to stay intact and whole as much as possible. So we're not going to stir it too much. We're just going to allow the boiling of the gravy to cook everything really well. We're just going to leave that coriander and chili to boil in there and simmer in there and add its flavour to the curry. We're going to leave this for about 5 more minutes before we start devouring it. Okay, so let's cover that up. Let's have a look at the fish curry. Okay, so that's been sitting there for about 5 minutes off the boil, ready to be eaten. Look at the flavours, look at the colours of that. That looks absolutely amazing. One of the best fish curries you'd ever eat. Also extremely healthy, with the vine tomatoes, the potatoes and the cauliflower in there. You've got the fish in there, which is extremely healthy. I'm going to enjoy that with some boiled basmati rice. Keep it nice and simple. Let's have a look. Got a piece of potato as well, which is missing, hiding somewhere in there. There we are. That looks banging. Absolutely mouth-watering. Plain boiled basmati rice with this amazing fish curry. Extremely healthy, extremely flavoursome. Ready to be devoured.